apartheid government, which ruled South Africa, they had imprisoned Nelson Mandela for 25 years, for more than 25 years in Robben Islands. And they called him terrorist number one. The white apartheid government, who preached that white people are superior to the other races, they imprisoned Nelson Mandela for more than 25 years because he was fighting for the freedom of the black people, for the freedom of the people of South Africa. Later on, when the white apartheid government has to retrieve, Nelson Mandela is released from Robben Islands. He comes back, he stands in election, he becomes the president of South Africa. Later on, he gets the Nobel Prize for Peace. Terrorist number one gets the Nobel Prize for Peace. Not that Nelson Mandela was a bad man, terrorist, then he became a good man. For the same activity for which the South African white apartheid government called him a terrorist, he gets the Nobel Prize for same activity. After he gets his freedom, after he's elected president of South Africa, the committee of Nobel Prize, they award him the Nobel Prize for Peace. Same activity. It's an irony. For the same activity, when he was called the terrorist number one in the world, for the same activity he gets the Nobel Prize for Peace. And you have several such examples. You have many presidents of Israel who terrorized and killed thousands of people, then they get the Nobel Prize for Peace. Menachem Begin killed thousands of people, was a terrorist, head of a terrorist organization. Terrorist number one. Later on, when he becomes the president of Israel, he gets the Nobel Prize for Peace. What is this? So what we come to know, that whoever is in power, whoever controls the media, whatever label they give, it gets stuck. Whoever is in power, whoever's power, whoever controls the media, whatever label, right or wrong, gets stuck. So that is the reason Quran says in Surah Hujurat, chapter number 49, verse number 6, whenever you get information, you check it up before you pass it on to the third person. Don't just rely on, don't just whatever you get forward. You see any news, forward it. Check it up. If you're not sure, don't forward it. And we Muslims also, most of our party, you see anything? It may be a fake video. It may be a fabrication. Today, to make a fake video is very easy. AI. So Allah is telling 1400 years ago, whenever a fasik gives you information, whenever a transgressor gives you information, check it up before you pass it on to someone else, lest you may be involved in spreading the wrong message. Today, you get something, you forward it without checking. Have you checked right or wrong? So you are becoming a tool of the Satan. You like it, you forward it. Have you checked it? If you get something, if you can't verify, don't spread it. And as I mentioned, one verse of the Quran, Surah Maida, chapter number 5, verse number 32, is sufficient to dispel this myth that Muslims are terrorists. Allah says in the Quran in Surah Maida, chapter 5, verse number 32, if anyone kills any other human being, unless it be for murder or for spreading corruption in the land, it is as though he has killed the whole of humanity. And if anyone saves an human being, it is as though he has saved the whole nation. Here Quran is very clear cut. If any human being, whether Muslim or non-Muslim, kills any other human being, whether Muslim or non-Muslim, kills any innocent human being, whether Muslim or non-Muslim, unless it be for murder or for spreading corruption in the land, fasad in the land, it is as though you have killed the whole of humanity. And if anyone saves any innocent human being, it is as though you have saved the whole of humanity. This one verse of the Quran, of Surah Maida, chapter number 5, verse number 32, is sufficient to dispel this myth that all terrorists are Muslim. And for more information, as I mentioned, watch my video cassette, Is Terrorism a Muslim Monopoly? How did terrorism start? Who was the first person who did the first hijack? Who did the kidnapping, suicide bombing? In detail, with statistics from authentic sources. And more if you want to know about jihad, terrorism and jihad and Islamic perspective. These two videos of mine, if you watch these two lectures, you will get ample of ammunition to do dawah. Ammunition doesn't mean only gun. Ammunition means material. Here in context, ammunition means material. for conveying the truth to them.